Hello and welcome to episode 4 of Mike's Total Dragon. My name is Mike, and today we will be reviewing and rereading The Dragon issue number 3. Now, if you were one of the folks that read the original miniseries, the stuff that we're going to be looking at would be in issue 2 of The Savage Dragon. However, because we are reading through what is basically Erik Larsen's director cut, we are now on issue 3. And as you can see on the cover, Super Patriot is back, and he's got guns a-blazing. So let's go ahead and start taking a look at this right now. Dragon, Erik Larsen. Issue, Born Again Patriot. Again, that's letting us know that Super Patriot is coming back, as if the cover didn't do it. So we've got this huge page right here, Dragon trekking down a freak in the subway, underground somewhere, tunnels, and it's really gnarly. This big old spider-looking monster thing has got dead bodies galore strung up, and Dragon is going to bring him in. Shooting out the web. Dragon's just got his machine gun, just blasting away. Arachnid, or whatever its name is, takes a couple in the chest, shrugs it off, slaps Dragon's guns away. Dragon fires back with a big old right punch. Some really cool action scenes here. Finally, Dragon just says, whatever. This big old electricity line will zap you down. That's going to take you out. Cops show up on the scene and say, thanks, Dragon. Thanks for doing what we could never do. Again, Dragon doing stuff that ordinary police force can't. And he tells Frank, he says, hey, just think, you're the one who made all this possible. Don't forget about that. And as we saw last issue, Frank seems to be more to his story than he's letting on about getting Dragon onto the police force. Next page, we got this cool picture of Super Patriot. He's laid up. Got a lot of wires attached to him. Looking totally different than the last time we saw him on the newscast after he had been attacked by the Vicious Circle. He's kind of doing some inner monologue right here. He's talking about how he's been rebuilt by Cyberdata, who is kind of like one of the big corporations in the Image universe. So they've rebuilt him, brought him back from the dead, probably for their own personal gain. We're going to see some more of him later. Next page we got here, Dragon meets his neighbors. Her name is Debbie Harris. She's just walking around her apartment complex with very little clothing on, some Daisy Dukes, halter top, talking Dragon. Dragon's beeper goes off. Check that out, a beeper. That's to let you know this is from back in the day. She's trying to push up on Dragon. Hey, you want to maybe hang out or something? He's like, look, I got work to do. I'll talk to you later. Dragon's been paged to the scene of a crime. He shows up. You got this super cool picture of him on a motorcycle carrying this big old machine gun type deal. That's an awesome page. Awesome picture. One of his fellow cops tells him, hey, you might as well get rid of the gun. These guys are bulletproof, and they got a bunch of hostages. Then we got another page right here where we're using television reporters interlude to recap some of the stuff that's been going on to catch us up. You see some of the Vicious Circle guys right here. Basher, Hellraiser, and Mako, as she lets us know who their names are. They've got a bunch of hostages. Dragon shows up, and Hellraiser says, oh, you're a real funny guy if you think you're going to take us out. And Dragon proceeds to tell them, say, look, let the hostages go. And they say, sure, no problem. And proceeds to throw them all at Dragon. So he's freaking out, telling everybody to basically get out of Dodge, catching who he can. Everybody else is just eating turf. Hellraiser pulls up a hostage. Then we got this cool poster insert right here, like a little pin-up of Dragon underground in the sewer or subway line, something like that. Hellraiser's hostage situation doesn't work out good for him, because Dragon is somehow, through the power of comics, able to totally flip over, do some type of wrestling move, and slam Hellraiser right into the ground. Guys are starting to double team up on Dragon right here. He takes a real nasty cut from Hellraiser right across the gash, right across the chest, big old gash. All of a sudden, boom, here he is. We've been waiting all issue for him. Super Patriot, he comes back. He's back and he's got guns ablazing. And he just starts blasting folks left and right with his lasers. Much to Dragon telling him to stop. You know, you're just killing these folks in cold blood. This is an awesome line right here. Well, they killed me first. Super Patriot doesn't really know who they are. He doesn't really know who Dragon is. He thinks he's one of the Vicious Circle. So he just starts wailing on Dragon. He's fixing ready to blow his head off right here with his huge Liefeld-sized gun he pulls out of his arm. Then one of the police officers shows up and says, hey, what are you doing? He's a cop, just like us. And that kind of seems to blow Super Patriot's mind. He's harmed somebody that he thinks is innocent, didn't know that he was a police officer. So now he's just kind of like, does not compute, does not compute, does not compute. Giving Dragon enough time to kind of recuperate and knock Super Patriot out, double fist to the head. However, Dragon he's taken a lot of damage, more than we've seen him take so far throughout any of the issues. And he's laid out, blood everywhere. And then we see this last page right here, just casualties everywhere, carnage, blood, folks just strode out everywhere. Super Patriot staggers up, Go-Go Gadget legs, and he wanders off. And you see him leaving the scene, and it looks like he's not even conscious, which kind of lets us know that Cyber Data is the one that's pulling them strings. They probably had some type of auto recall button they triggered on him. And the issue ends with Dragon down, and he is not responding. So they're going to call the ambulance. They show up, and then it's off to the hospital. So that is the end of this issue. We've got a couple of interesting stuff from the text page here. The Super Patriot was originally going to appear, according to Eric Larson, in Spider-Man 18. However, that was named him Cyborg X. Which, if you remember that run on Spider-Man, that was when Spider-Man was battling the Sinister Six and was getting his butt kicked, and had a ton of guest stars in that book too. So here's some kind of stuff that Larson was working on during his time at Marvel. Him and Fabian Nicieza had some stuff they wanted to do for X Factor. Here's the team they were going to have. The spiky lizard type lady, we're going to see her later. She's going to show up down the line. Here's a pencil of Mako right here. And then we've got some of the other stuff that Larson worked on when Dragon appeared in Jim Valentino's issue of Shadowhawk. So all in all, another really good issue. A lot of action. We're coming up towards the end. Just finished up issue 3. We've got 2 more, and then we're on to the ongoing series. So that's pretty much how this one rolls, and that's how we're going to cap this one right now. Thanks for everything, and we're going to be doing issue 4 next time. Thanks a lot, and see y'all later.